this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of taking major L's. Man, if y'all thought the Gohan video was bad, well, this one is gonna send me to the Shadow Realm. I always wondered what a Vegeta highlight reel would look like, but this isn't the video you're looking for. Vegeta throughout the entirety of Dragon Ball has been on the receiving end of a lot of disrespect and slander. Bro can't even make it through an arc without holding his arm at some point. Vegeta is the undisputed king of taking L's throughout the show, and I'm here to talk about him. First one is in the Saiyan Saga. Bro pulled up on Earth with new drip and hair color. This must be his new planet fit, because this man went from looking like a Super Saiyan god with the color scheme of if you accidentally press randomized to the man we know today. My goat was on straight demon time. He had to let us know that he's not like that bum Raditz, blowing up cities, turning his subordinates into a pack, stealing people's girls. Oh wait, that one hasn't happened yet. My goat didn't have a care in the world. Failure was not an option. Even had Piccolo second guessing on who's the real threat on the battlefield after he made Nappa look like a background character. After the iconic "It's Over 9,000, Goku had Nappa looking like he was in an episode of Family Guy, and Nappa thought Vegeta wasn't going to give him any PTO. Vegeta might be the first boss in history to accept someone's request for personal time off, and then some. Bro sent Nappa on a one-way ticket to the afterlife with no boarding pass. This man even licked his lips because that's how excited he was to be turning Nappa into a pack. Do you know how bad you gotta be in order for somebody to lick their lips when turning you into a pack?
Bro, he was dead, bro. If he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself on feet by himself.
After smoking that Nappa pack, Vegeta went on to fight Goku, and it was absolute peak. I wouldn't really count this as an L for Vegeta in terms of who won overall, but it was a different kind of L for my GOAT. It was a prideful L. Vegeta is royalty, born of the highest echelon, a prince of a superior race that only cares about running fades and being the strongest in the world. So imagine his surprise when someone that was born in the trenches with a revolutionary leader like Bardock and a poor excuse for a brother like Raditz not only drops your partner, but is actually putting hands on you. Goku was actually the first person to make Vegeta hold his arm, but he wouldn't be the last. Almost got sent to the moon like Team Rocket with a Kamehameha, even forcing you to resort to transforming into the hard M. Even got jumped by a 5-year-old, a Hall of Fame plate cleaner, and a bald nigga.
Ball nigga, ball nigga, ball nigga, ball nigga, ball nigga, ball nigga, ball nigga.
Jumped this man so bad that he had to hop on Twitter and post about it. And to top it off, Krillin was about to smoke that Prince pack until Goku's Saiyan genes kicked in, which allowed Vegeta to escape. But this isn't the last time we'll see them, because what happened to Vegeta in the Namek Saga was nasty work. Vegeta in the Namek Saga was peak Vegeta. My boy was talking his biggest shit and catching bodies at the same time. You would think after the legendary fade and jump sessions he got on Earth that he would be humble and start his character development. Nah, it just made him grimier. The Namek Saga was basically the trenches, and Vegeta thrives on this type of activity. Vegeta secretly wanted to collect the Dragon Balls so he could gain the power of immortality to defeat Frieza, which kinda would have been pointless because he would have just been getting his ass beat for a long time just to get the Zenkai boost capable of defeating Frieza. And that's just his base form, to be honest. For some reason, Vegeta forgot that everyone could hear what you're saying on the Scouters, and Frieza was already on his way to planet Namek. Vegeta wasn't gonna let that stop him though, because he made it his #1 priority to shit on Frieza while collecting the Dragon Balls at the same time. First victim was Kui, aka Vegeta's #1 hater and meat rider. This man's entire career revolved around Vegeta. This man never had no type of screen time unless the prince himself was in the vicinity. So when he finally came face to face with him, he got put in a blender. Bro got one-shotted and was sent to the Shadow Realm. After clapping Kui, Vegeta runs into the Doria, aka Temu Majin Buu, and my goat was in his bag with this one. Had that boy looking like it was amateur hour. Vegeta was getting ready to give this man the most lethal back shots, and the Doria was like, hold up, let me tell you what really happened to Planet Vegeta. Come to find out, Frieza did what the CIA and the FBI have been trying to do for decades by destroying Planet Vegeta out of fear of them potentially overthrowing them. Vegeta realized all those years of being a house Saiyan was nothing but lies and turned Dodoria into a pack. Vegeta was on a back-to-back streak and was looking for a three-peat, and he decided that it would be Zarbon, or so he thought. Zarbon pulled up looking like Universe 7's next top model. Pretty boy, majestic hair, and got piercings. This the type of person that women would let them grab him by the throat and yell out daddy. Vegeta wasted no time and got to scrapping. Mans was actually putting on a show. Deflected Zarbon's ki blast, bobbing and weaving looking like he had Ultra Instinct, even had him bleeding. But you know what they say about pretty niggas in anime, they always got an ugly side. Except for Gojo, that nigga surprisingly looks good all the time. After getting exposed by Vegeta, this should be game over. But this man is smiling like he was the main protagonist. Oh nah, this man said, you know what? Let me show you what I really look like behind all these Instagram filters. This man Zarbon went from the baddest alien on the planet to the next contestant for a glizzy eating contest. Zarbon started piecing Vegeta up in the most heinous way. Knee shot, slap, front kick, slammed this man to the ground, and started giving him multiple headbutts. The most disrespectful part of this fight was that Zarbon literally was smacking this man repeatedly before knocking him out. And before you say something, look at this frame. That man really grabbed Vegeta by the head and said, what did the 5 fingers say to the face? Then finished him off with a primary lotus. Beat him so bad that Zarbon actually brought him to the base just to heal him. But that would soon come back to bite him because this allowed Vegeta to steal all the Dragon Balls from Frieza in one fell swoop. And then drop Zarbon with one of the only gut shots in DBZ that actually penetrated someone's guts. With Frieza's right and left hand man going, he had no choice but to summon the Ginyu Force to handle things for him. The Ginyu Force are the greatest cheerleaders in anime history and are Frieza's secret hit squad that he sends when it's time to get shit done, and this was the right time for that. When the Ginyu Force pulled up on Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin, it was practically game over. But Vegeta came in the clutch and decapitated Gildo. After that pitiful performance by Gildo, Raccoon decided to step in, and that's when things really went sideways. This man Raccoon was doing them so dirty that it almost felt like the writers picked up the controller and was playing the game themselves. Hit this man Vegeta with a 1,000-foot powerbomb like this was the Attitude Era. Then proceeded to break every single bone in Krillin's body with one kick. And after that, broke Gohan's neck with that same kick. This man is 5 years old and he's already pulling off prime Kurt Angle stats. I'm fighting grown ass men with a broken freaking neck. When everything seemed like it was over, Goku pulls up and embarrassed this man Raccoon so bad that he left him assed out.
What you doing out here with all this ass?
You know Vegeta was in his feelings when he saw that happen. Put his knee in Berta's neck and blew up Raccoon with the quickness, which was well deserved because them niggas had to go. Jaice went to go get his big brother Ginyu to fight Goku and Vegeta, thus making it a 2v2. When he realized that Goku could potentially be a Super Saiyan, this man was big mad and flew off before the fight even started. Nah, this was low-key funny because this man left Goku hanging once he realized that Frieza wasn't guarding the Dragon Balls and went and got him himself. While all this was going on, Ginyu takes over Goku's body and had him looking like a bum. Bro had a brand new fit and was still looking like a lame that peaked in high school. Vegeta pulls up and immediately drops Jaice. Had that man wishing that he was back in Australia instead of planet Namek. My goat hit him with the Kung Fu chop and packed him up with a nasty ki blast. Had Steve Irwin laughing at him in the afterlife. With the Ginyu Force down, it's time for the menace himself, Frieza, to finally show us what he's made of. Right when Vegeta was about to get his immortality wish, Guru dies and now Frieza is pissed. Man started powering up and the whole planet started shaking. Gohan and Krillin trembling in fear. Meanwhile, Vegeta got the biggest grin on his face like he read the manga or something. Vegeta tells Frieza that he's reached Super Saiyan status, and Frieza didn't believe a word he said because he's been listening to Vegeta talk shit since he was a kid. Vegeta tells Frieza to transform, and this man, being the biggest troll ever, and says he doesn't transform unless someone gives him a countdown. Nah, bro, the minute he said that, Vegeta should have started at 10 and swung on Frieza immediately because ain't no way I'm counting down to satisfy my slave master. Vegeta did it anyway and Frieza transforms, but that's not the end of it. Frieza transforms into a second form looking like one of the Monstars and reveals that he has a power level of over 1 million. Frieza puts the tip in Krillin's stomach and Gohan crashes out and putting paws on him. But Frieza brushed it off and this man Vegeta starts talking trash to Gohan. Like, at least he did something, nigga. All you did was just stand there sweating.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
While Frieza was beating up Gohan, Vegeta does some sneak attacks and started talking his shit, and I'm like, yeah, my nigga Vegeta back on his BS. Told that man to never turn your back on a real one, and Frieza told that man to wait his turn. Yeah, it's time to pack it up at this rate. Asked that man straight up to his face, when's his Netflix special dropping, because he's the funniest comedian in the galaxy. Fast forward and Frieza is still transforming and Vegeta is sweating even more because he knows all that capping is about to get exposed in 4K. Vegeta tells Krillin to hit him with a fatal blow so that Dende can heal him, and Dende straight up was like, nah, I'm good. Nah, bruh, this would have ended up being the biggest L of Vegeta's career if Dende didn't actually heal him. Once Vegeta got back on his feet, he kicked him like an onside kick. Frieza finally makes his appearance and he's a bald nigga as well. We got 3 bald niggas in the same area, and in Frieza's mind, he wants to be the only bald nigga standing. Vegeta is on the sideline sweating as Frieza's getting jumped. But my GOAT knew it was time to put on a show for Frieza. Vegeta versus Frieza was the equivalent of Gojo saying, nah, I'd win. He powers up and he's got the yellow aura masquerading all around him, and it's like, there's no way he's not going Super Saiyan. But once the light show finally ends, all you see is regular haired Vegeta.
You're not him.
Piccolo knew he was cooked and Frieza knew as well. Boy said, that's how fast you can go? Let me show you how a real speedster moves. He moved so fast that he could have got him something from Starbucks. Frieza embarrassed this man so bad that he started crying, and what happens next is top 2 worst moments in Vegeta's career. Frieza knocks him into the water, starts water bending, picks him up by the back of his head and starts punching this man in his back. This man had him in positions nobody should ever see the Prince of All Saiyans in. He had Vegeta arched up getting back shots for 2 seconds, which felt like an eternity. Kicked him in the air, piecing this man up in ways that made you want to look away from the screen. Vegeta fans were disgusted because they had Vegeta in angles that the animators should apologize for. This man is practically toying with them because he dead ass looks at Piccolo and them and asks if they want to join in on this beating.
No!
Frieza had Vegeta looking like that Spider-Man and Lizard meme that I won't show because if you know, you know. Frieza crippled this man Vegeta by giving him literal back shots, and right when Goku pulls up, Vegeta gives his best performance because this man starts talking shit to Frieza right on his deathbed. Told Goku to avenge the Saiyan race and was sent to the afterlife, but got revived to continue his legacy in the Android Saga. Vegeta in the Android Saga was the highlight of the arc, besides, you know, Future Trunks, because this was the birth of a legend in the making and the start of something new. After the events of the Namek Saga, it was revealed that Frieza was still alive and was on his way to Earth to run that fade with Goku. But since he wasn't there yet, he was gonna have some fun with everybody else. Vegeta heard Frieza was on his way back and started panicking because he didn't want to get put in the back shot position again in front of his new boo Bulma. But he wasn't going to duck the smoke either way. Lucky for him and everyone else, Trunks was there and clapped Frieza, his father, and his henchmen. Vegeta is in awe because there shouldn't be any more Saiyans, let alone another Super Saiyan besides Goku. Once Vegeta got the chance, he pulled up and was like, let me see your license and registration because ain't no other Saiyans from another land have that much drip. Goku arrives on Earth and starts flexing his Super Saiyan swag, and this causes Vegeta to start having nightmares because he can no longer be the GOAT until he becomes a Super Saiyan. Trunks tells them about the androids and Goku getting the clap, so Vegeta goes on his training arc and my boy came back with a vengeance. Goku is getting embarrassed by Android 19, and that's when Vegeta shows up and looking brand new. Last time we saw Vegeta look this confident was when he was bragging to Frieza about being a Super Saiyan before getting tooted up. Vegeta pulled up and asked Android 19 if an android is capable of experiencing fear, and the crowd went wild. He turned Super Saiyan and went into his bag. Everything he did to Android 19 was exactly how he imagined it would go down with Frieza. Vegeta was dog walking Android 19 so bad that he let it suck up his energy because he knew that sex bots were going to be the wave in the future. Ripped his arms off and finished it with a big bang attack. Vegeta was feeling himself after this because he wanted to smoke with Dr. Gero, but he ran to go revive the other androids. And that's when Trunks arrives to try and stop him from doing that, but Vegeta was like, hold up, let him cook for a second. Androids 16, 17, and 18 are awakened, and now it's time for the main event. First day out and they're on their way to clap Goku, and Vegeta was pretty pissed about them just ignoring his fate and went right after them. Vegeta fights 18, and this is where things go wrong. Android 18 is the artificial baddie of every anime fan's dream. Blue eyes, blonde hair, and a sexy voice. Even had Krillin in the background saying, she kinda bad though. Vegeta said there's only one pretty blonde in the universe, and that's him. They start fighting and 18 is just toying with them. Everybody is just telling Vegeta to run from the fade and will spin the block once Goku heals up. Vegeta would rather watch Yamcha attempt to get Bulma back before he would wait on Goku to help him. Vegeta bum rushes her and Trunks is just gassing his dad up. Meanwhile, Piccolo's in the background like, yeah, this nigga's cooked. Don't you think it's funny that Piccolo was present during two of Vegeta's biggest L's in his entire career? It's almost like Piccolo is a seal of approval for when a nigga's about to get cooked. Like, looking back, I don't think Piccolo ever believed in this man once while watching him fight. Once it's revealed that 18 was just waiting for Vegeta to burn out his energy, 18 puts the beats on this man. Knee shot, right hook, threw this man into a rock. Hit him with a front kick and then finished him off with the iconic kick that broke his arm. Kick was so devastating that Vegeta let out the biggest scream in the galaxy. Kicked him so hard that it started a legendary trope for the character. Now you see, looking back at this moment, I saw a new perspective of it. When I was a kid, I used to think Vegeta was screaming because he got his arm broke. But the way I see it now is that, yes, he did let out a scream of pain, but it was a different kind of pain. Vegeta has spent his entire life striving to be the strongest and enduring years of slavery under the ultimate slave master Frieza. When Goku became a Super Saiyan, his entire ideology was ripped apart because he was no longer the GOAT. Then, out of nowhere, another Saiyan appears and is a Super Saiyan as well. You finally achieved your goal, dog-walked the enemy that defeated your op, you're practically the strongest warrior, and then get the opportunity to beat more androids, only to get embarrassed by a sex bot in 4K. As I was writing this, I realized Piccolo explained it in the very next episode, so I just wasted time explaining it. Fast forward and Goku's healed, but a new threat appears and it's Cell. This allows everyone to enter their training arc and Vegeta came back with a vengeance. My GOAT embarrassed Cell so bad that we almost thought he was gonna clap the main villain. But Toriyama and Cell cooked up a master plan because they tapped into Vegeta's Saiyan pride. Told that man, I bet you won't beat me in my perfect form though. And Vegeta said, I bet, and blew him up. Nah, he let that man absorb Android 18 and became the ultimate being and got exposed. Tanked the final flash, hit this man with a peekaboo punch, and knocked him out with a mean elbow to the back. But out of all the L's Vegeta took in the Cell Saga, I think the main one is not allowing him to go Super Saiyan 2 after Trunks got clapped by Cell. I don't know if it was because they didn't want him to become one as well or because he didn't believe he could surpass his limits, but the blueprint for becoming one was literally right there. Goku became a Super Saiyan after Krillin died, Trunks became a Super Saiyan after Gohan died, Gohan became a Super Saiyan 2 after Android 16 died. So you mean to tell me that Vegeta couldn't go beyond Super Saiyan after seeing his own son get clapped right in front of him? Yeah, that sounds suspicious to me. Also, you can't forget about the time that Goku cooked Vegeta by saying he was stronger than him.
Don't overdo it, but you can stand to beef up just a little bit.
Is that a fact? Mind your tongue. I'm not an imbecile. I know when I'm being patronized, and I don't care for the suggestion that you're stronger than me.
Yeah, I wasn't really suggesting.
What?
Vegeta felt so bad that he had to get his lick back on Piccolo.
That's funny. You haven't changed at all. What were you doing in there? Taking a nap?
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
Bro caught a stray for no reason at all. Cell gets defeated by Gohan thanks to the help of Vegeta. Peace is restored and off to the next arc. Vegeta didn't really take any L's in the Buu Saga because my GOAT was putting in work. Embarrassed Pui Pui, put on a Hall of Fame performance with Majin Vegeta, beat the brakes off Goku again, became Vegito, acknowledged that Goku was the best. Like, the only 2 L's he got involved Majin Buu. Fat Buu beat the brakes off this man. Was beating him so bad that even the narrator was roasting him.
To Babadi's great amusement, Vegeta is getting the beating of his life from Majin Buu.
Had Vegeta sitting there contemplating on how he was going to escape a 600-pound Kirby that's wailing on him non-stop with a big smile on his face. And then, with Kid Buu, my man was basically a punching bag while Goku was charging up the Spirit Bomb. Kid Buu beat this man so bad that it inspired the infamous Budokai Tenkaichi mission where you have to survive a minute-ass beating. All of Vegeta's L's in Dragon Ball Z, low-key has nothing on his L's in Super, in my opinion, because they did my boy so bad and good at the same time. They turned my boy Vegeta into Gordon Ramsay and was dancing on stage for Lil Saint when Beerus pulled up in Battle of Gods. Even had Beerus slap his wife in 4K.
And you weak, you let Bill slap your wife!
Beerus even turned my boy into a housemaid and had him making his bed and changing his diapers in exchange for training. In Resurrection of F, they didn't let him get the final blow on Frieza despite him having Super Saiyan Blue. Then in the Universe 6 tournament, they had Vegeta going on a Hall of Fame run just to have him get dog walked by Hit. The most vicious L was in the Goku Black arc. Vegeta was on a mission in that arc. He found out that his son was getting bullied in the future, the main villain looked like Goku, and that same nigga killed Bulma, so this should be another hand-given victory for the GOAT. But nah, they had that man Black stab Vegeta right in his stomach and fatally wounding him. But don't worry, he got his lick back though. He didn't really get an L in a Tournament of Power. I mean, technically he did because of Jiren embarrassing him when he finally threw hands with my GOAT. It was exactly like his fight with Cell. A final flash to finish the job, only to get hold, and then the mollywop beating he gave him towards the end of the tournament. That was, in my opinion, more brutal than the Kid Buu beating because Jiren is 100 times stronger than Kid Buu, so each blow should have damn near been killing him. Even had my boy with a black eye and tears falling down his face. The next L was in the manga, so if you haven't read it, here's a spoiler warning. In the Moro arc, Vegeta went on to train with the Yardats so he could learn instant transmission and other moves. He comes back with a new bag called Spirit Fission. This allows Vegeta to take away all of the absorbed energy from an opponent and return it back to its owner. So for instance, he can unfuse characters like Piccolo and other Namekians, or possibly unabsorb a Spirit Bomb. This type of ability was perfect for the Moro arc because that's literally what the main villain does. Can you guess what happens in this arc? It's a no-brainer. The writers pulled some BS that allows Moros to not only defeat Vegeta, but drop Goku as well. Like the way Vegeta gets cooked, you would think that he was the biggest op in the show. I mean, I know Toriyama wanted to clap him early on, but the L's got worse with each arc. The L's got so bad that even Dragon Ball GT cooked my GOAT something special because what the hell is this? If this isn't the most dad look in anime history, then I don't know what is. They gave my boy the military buzz haircut, the white supremacist mustache, and to finish it off, they had him in the 1970s high school outfit. Bro looking like an old nigga pulling up to the high school reunion dressed up in the same varsity jacket he wore on the last day of school. I don't know who goes through more pain, Vegeta fans or Yamcha fans. At least with Yamcha, his jokes are old and outdated, but with Vegeta, it's the same format, different predicament. Power up, talk his shit, get dropped, holds his arm, rinse and repeat. But I will say this though, all Vegeta fans are real niggas because the amount of crap we gotta put with in terms of character development and top moments is crazy. But what makes Vegeta so goated is that his character overall outweighs his major L's in the series. Like, yeah, the L's stand out, but at the end of the day, we know who his character is and what he's about, and that's why people love him. Let me know in the comments on how you feel about the Prince of all Saiyans, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe for more. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.